Cheers, everyone. Welcome to Mystic Journeys with HB, Derek, and Nerdy. What's going on,
How's
boys?
it going? Doing good.
Doing good. How are you?
I like that mountain shirt, Derek. That's pretty cool.
Oh, thank you.
That's a nice design. I wish I would have done something like that.
You did something similar to that, didn't you?
I have, but that's a nice one. I like it. I like the simplicity and the colors. It's just a good shirt.
Thank you.
You want to go ahead and show people?
Oh, the Rocky Mountain Mush Fest shirt?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Might as
see
well.
here. Yeah, here's the Rocky Mountain Mush Fest shirt. I have several versions of it. This is the full text, and if someone wants to be a little more discreet, they can get the RMMF version. And Bishop's Castle has become like a part of our event for like every year. So Kim submitted a picture that she took, and then Sharon used some AI filters on some pictures she took. So these other two here from Sharon, or Sanem, as you all know her. But yeah, this is the official shirt right here. And if you guys want to buy one, I'm going to be having my friend Chris with. Uh-oh, I pushed the wrong button. I'm going to be having my friend Chris from Most Dope Mycology Apparel print these. So it's probably going to have a Colorado Michael League logo on one side and a MDMA Most Dope Mycology Apparel logo on the other side. Trying to help a local business, and I like that it's getting done locally. Of course, they're white because we want to tie-dye them. But I can
Very
find the
cool.
link here for you all so that you guys can make your own purchase if you'd like. And the shipping is only needed if you are not going to be at the event.
Cheers, exception. You're welcome. Enjoy. If you need anything else, please reach out.
And there's the text, the link. And glad you're here, Exception.
Thank you all for being here. Hit the like button and make sure you search all chats so you can see everyone's comments as well.
Those boxes always take a little bit longer than I think they should. But yeah, glad you got it.
Cheers. Thank you guys for being here.
How's it going, Mellow and Shroom Digger?
Sure. What's up, buddy?
I love the spiral. He gets it.
All right. Today is our Way Back Wednesday episode. We are on week
29.
29, and it's the difficult situations breed incredible results. I'll read this quote real fast and we'll get to the reading here in just a minute. We've got a couple other things we want to discuss first. But the quote here from Walt Disney, it says, Mickey Mouse popped out of my mind onto a drawing pad 20 years ago on a train ride from Montana to Hollywood at a time when business fortunes of my brother Roy and myself were at the lowest ebb, and disaster seemed right around the corner. And that's from Walt Disney. So we're going to talk about this. We're also going to do a giveaway. We're also going to be doing Get Nerdy Guess That Mushroom. We're going to be talking about some cool mushroom stuff. And I have some cool stuff to talk about regarding nature. I don't want to spoil it, but I'll show you guys. It'll be pretty cool. And maybe a couple other things along the way. Let's see what's going on. Let's go ahead and get into the reading here, I guess. You guys got anything?
Well, you, Derek? No? Okay, I can think I'm good.
Let's go ahead and do it. I'll reread that.
Sorry.
That Walt Disney quote is, Mickey Mouse popped out of my mind onto a drawing pad 20 years ago on a train ride from Montana to Hollywood at a time when business fortunes of my brother Roy and myself were at the lowest ebb, and disaster seemed right around the corner. I remember sitting in my therapist's office after several months of going to her asking, how long am I going to be like this? I had been working on a lifetime of issues with her, and because I had chosen to not let myself acknowledge how I had felt for years, I had a ton of work behind me and ahead of me. I was exhausted, sad, angry, and tired of fighting. I had never experienced depression or thoughts of simply giving up until this point. Some days I couldn't get out of bed because I didn't know what the point would be, or it just hurt to move. The only thing that kept me from giving up was the belief that this period of time was temporary, like all things. So I surrendered and gave myself grace. Instead of trying to figure out the answers to all of my questions, like where should I live? Where are we? What are we doing here? Where should I work? Will I ever date? What do I want to do? I focused on taking each moment at a time. Don't get me wrong, these questions are good to ask, but if you're overwhelmed and ask them all at once, it can overwhelm you even more. Difficult situations sometimes breed the most incredible results. Once I go out of trying to control it, once I let go of trying to control everything and simply became grateful for each moment, things began to happen. Generally, the times I am most unsure of what my next step is, or sorry, what my next step might be when I'm forced to let go and watch things unfold. The simple act of not trying to control the situation allows for creativity and possibility, and it creates space for new thoughts, ideas, and people to come into your life. And today's prompt is: Have you ever had a difficult situation? My goodness, here one more time. Has a difficult situation ever resulted in something incredible in your life? And you guys can go ahead.
You want to go first, Derek? Or you want me to?
Yeah, you can please, because I can't come up with anything at the moment.
Yeah, no worries.
It depends on whether it was a difficult situation for someone else or it was a difficult situation for me, because I've benefited plenty of from other people's difficult situations where things just fell in my lap because someone else couldn't manage a relationship. A good example of that is my college. Somebody that I know that lives up in the mountains. They were having an event, and Alan Rockefeller was supposed to attend, and they completely changed the terms of the agreements and basically screwed him over. And I was there to pick up the pieces, and because I was there to pick up the pieces, I had Alan Rockefeller at one of my events last year. That event never would have happened if it wasn't for that difficult situation for him. It hadn't happened, and I wasn't there to help him through it.
Super unique, dude.
Yeah, but things. Same thing, same person where they're dealing with a friend of mine and they mismanaged that relationship. And this person who's been difficult, they share the messages with me. And I'm like, well, why did you share those messages with me? Because this person obviously had the right and you were obviously in the wrong. But it turned out in my favor because then I met this person. And then I'm trying not to mention any names because they're really, really close to me, and I'm going camping with them this weekend. But which, by the way, I'm not going to be here Friday. I hope you guys can fill in for me.
Yeah, no worries, man. We'll talk about it for the show.
Yeah, but
yeah, no worries.
A lot of times, it's difficult situations. Almost always, even if it's not a bad difficult situation I was in, but difficult situations, there's opportunities to help.
You have no doubt.
But just a little. The problem that those two had with each other was over a name. You can't use the Build-A-Bin name. That's mine. It's like, what's petty
Some people
stuff?
have the largest egos, dude. They're just willing to fight about, yeah, exactly. Stupid things that don't matter in the grand scheme of it all. Whenever you're looking back, they're like, wow, that was dumb.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I see how they interacted with each other when I wasn't there and no one else was able to see it. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I see how that played out the way it did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of easy whenever you're not in yourself. You step outside of yourself.
Sorry, I probably spoke too much. How about you, Derek? Did you think
man.
I didn't smoke too much. No.
Oh, I said spoke.
Yeah, listening to you talk, it gave me reminded me of a couple things. Like one time I lost my job and I was really nervous because I had a lot of bills and everything. And this I was a lot younger. It was a long time ago, but I had all those fears like it was, what am I going to do and everything else. I stopped at the gas station and I think I used my last $20, whatever, put in the tank. But when I was going in to pay, there was some trash on the ground. I picked it up and threw it in the trash can. Well, the store manager noticed me do that, and asked me if I wanted a job. And then I was a assistant manager there. So that was like, kind of the right place at the right time situation, and just seeing that, me pick up the trash in the parking lot, like, I didn't have to. I could have walked right by it like everyone else. It was just like a wrapper or whatever, but the trash can was next to the door. I'm walking that way anyway, so it was no big deal. But I think that that little whatever just paid off, and totally changed everything for a while, because it wasn't a job that I wanted, but it paid well, and then another time, like when I caught my wife cheating on me, I had all these fears, like she's going to take the kids and the house and everything else, and I was really scared about that, and well, I ended up having the house. I kept the house and the kids, and she moved out, so that was million times better. It was like a lot of my problems I thought were my problems. They weren't my problems. It was what I was laying next to every night.
Interesting.
So
Yes.
that was like a blessing in disguise. You know what I mean? First, I was angry and upset and everything. Went through those emotions, but then I was like,
Mhm.
I need to thank them.
Yeah, it takes a large amount of awareness and courage to be able to do that. 100%.
Yeah, that reminds me of a time when I was working at a hookah bar for like next to nothing. The guy was taking my tips and stuff. I was working for this guy. And one day he showed up, like he didn't show up. And I was like, screw it. I did the math and I'm like, this job isn't even paying minimum wage. I just need to get out of here. So I left, and that day I went to this 50s diner, and I was looking around for different places with jobs. 50s diner just liked my personality, and they hired me on the spot. And I got good tips working that job. And the customers loved me because I did magic tricks and stuff. And it was just a good fit. I just fell right into this place, and it was a 50s diner. I get to play a character. I'm Fast Eddie, guys. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
twist. But yeah. So
Sounds
that's a good example of where I was in a difficult situation, and then immediately just turned around because, like, you know what, this doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. Let's go around the corner and see what those other places can offer me.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I like it. And that's really kind of my point that I was going to make about, you got to follow your passion. If it doesn't make you happy, then go do something else, because there's a million other things you could do. It doesn't necessarily have to be, your dream job, but it has to be something that you find passion in, you like, that you enjoy doing, that you have a good time doing, and you enjoy the people that you're working with and stuff. And then obviously what we talk about is unconditional gratitude. So even if these quote unquote bad things happen, we got to look at them and live from these difficult situations. They're only difficult because we label them as such. Could be exciting, right? Video games are sometimes difficult, but we don't call them difficult. We call them, exciting, fun. It's a unique way to look at it. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And that's the way I try to look at life for sure. But I want to hit this from a different perspective with the job stuff, because my answer was that difficult situations breed incredible results are physicality, from doing construction and hard labor and stuff as a kid, all the way through my young adulthood. So it kind of made it to where, it's funny enough, you're going to see here in a bit where I climbed to the top of this mountain just a minute for the 30 minutes for the show. Didn't even recognize I still dressed like I am right now, because it's like I'm so physically fit because of the work that the difficult situations that I was in, working, trying to make money, working really physical labor, putting up plywood, and doing everything construction that you can imagine, really. Um, so kind of makes it to where now I can go off and just fucking hike through the woods, not even break a sweat, and still enjoy it like people want to. Because there's so many people that really want to, but then it's like, oh, it's just hiking to the top of that hill right there, but you're up here and you're fucking 9,000 feet, and you're hiking straight up a hill. It's a little difficult. Yeah, right. But for me, it's not difficult because it's kind of relates to climbing up ladders and shit like that, construction.
And you're sitting at 9,000 feet right now, anyway, aren't you?
I'm sitting at just over 8. So
Just
yeah,
over
I can
8.
go up to 9. Probably where I was standing, I was maybe a little closer to 9.
So where I'm going this weekend is around 8. So that's just like your backyard.
You guys are on a totally different planet there as far as hiking goes, though, like compared to here, because we have a lot of tree cover, and obviously we have a lot of air, because
Mhm.
we're closer to uh, Earth than you guys are.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely have more
like
air.
I went, I went to Stone Mountain, Georgia before, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. It's a huge rock, and that's all it is. And you can walk up that, or you can take a lift. And walking up, like I can walk a lot of trails and everything because, like I was saying, the tree cover and it's nice and cool and a cool breeze and everything. But the thing was like walking across a parking lot that just went uphill like this, constant, just uphill. Like it was a big, it was a big boulder and no tree cover, no nothing. I mean, there was some breeze, but it felt like the heat was reflecting off of the rock and made it miserable.
Yeah.
And watching you guys' video when you guys went to that place the other weeks there, you didn't have tree cover. Yeah, I mean, you had
We were
no
just
tree
above the
cover.
tree line.
Yeah, so
It was fun.
that's a different atmosphere up there.
It
It
is.
is.
And that's the ambiance. It's like going to see a whole different band at concert. It's like has a whole different vibe to it, man.
Yeah.
Where I'm going this weekend, Lost Creek, it's kind of like an oasis where like there's a giant ass wildfire like 20 years ago and everything's still slowly growing back. But the area where I like to camp and hike, it's kind of like was untouched from that. So it's still like old growth and lots of really, really cool old mushrooms and stuff you can find there that most people don't even know exist in Colorado. But I'm taking a group down there this weekend. I'm excited.
Sweet, man. Take lots of pictures and
That's the goal.
you got to find some mushrooms to be able to cook after you
That's
forage.
the
That'd be
goal.
cool.
Yeah. And I got to make some marshmallows tomorrow for my legendary s'mores. Banana marshmallows, Reese's, and graham crackers. So replace the chocolate with the Reese's, and then replace the regular marshmallows with my amazing banana flavored marshmallows. And it's so good. It's almost like those Elvis sandwiches. You get the banana, you get the peanut butter, and the chocolate. You get it's so good.
Cool.
So I'm hoping to treat everybody to that.
Yeah. That sounds really good.
It was a really big hit with my nieces and nephews the first time I did it. So I gotta bring it out. Bring it all to stops.
Would you like to do your guess the mushroom next? What do you like to do here?
Yes. Let's go ahead and do the guess the mushroom. And yes, Sanam, I will be bringing some marshmallows. Maybe some mushmallows, some dosed ones, to Rocky Mountain Mush Fest. And I could always do the candy cap or something like that. But if you guys really, really want the banana ones at Mush Fest, just let me know. I will provide.
All right, so let's see. Give me just a second. I'm gonna try to add your new thing in here. See if
All
it'll uploaded. Yep, I still don't think I played the audio, but it's okay. We'll get it right one day. All right, we're moving through the state mushrooms, the official state mushrooms. We covered California, Colorado, Illinois, Minnesota, and now we are moving on to a whole different state. Maybe you'll be able to guess this mushroom right here.
Chicken of the wood? No. Well, it's hard to see when it's not grown. It looks like chicken of the woods, but it also looks like it could be the tops of some chanterelles. They're both
Yeah,
orange.
let me pull up an actual good picture of it right here for you.
Oh yeah, chanterelles.
Yes, sir. You want to guess what state it's from?
Which ones did we already guess?
We guessed California, which was a chanterelle, the California golden chanterelle, right? We
Right.
guessed Colorado, Agaricus julius. Illinois was the puffball. Minnesota was the morel. And this state is,
Probably somewhere on the East Coast.
I will say you're wrong.
Okay. Okay.
Just to lead you in the right direction. You're actually on the West Coast, the very West Coast, to be as a matter of fact.
Washington.
You guys got in the chat too.
Washington State.
No, very close though. You want one more guess? You're right there.
Montana.
Oregon. Yep, you had it right, Derek.
Oregon. Okay. Okay.
Yep. Straight. Yeah.
Chanterelle. What kind of chanterelle is it? Is it just? I know California had one that's actually named after their
The
state.
golden California golden chanterelle, right? So this is the Cantharellus formosus. Formosus
Okay.
is the proper. Oops.
They all look the same to me. The chanterelles.
Yep.
They're all gold. We got rainbow chanterelles out here, and also the golden chanterelle. But it's like Cantharellus cebolus or something. Cibola something. Cibola means gold.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Roseocanthus is the rainbow one I think we have here. All right, and I also have a giveaway to do today. I have a nice 4 Agreements book, and HB gave me a big ass bag of goodies to rummage through and give away.
Enjoy, everyone.
So I can just reach in here and grab some goodies for whoever wins, and just
That's really cool, actually. Yeah.
sure that it's kind of like this Barney bag of stuff. There's some nice.
Yeah, it's got chocolates. It's got honeys. It's got
Honeys.
microdoses of all different varying doses and quantities. So.
And
enjoy.
As HB traditionally does, the ginger juice.
And also, like I mentioned, I've added ginger into the microdoses now. So you guys let me know what you think. Enjoy.
Fatassglass.com. Some cute stickers.
Some stickers. Yeah.
Cool. So, should we guess what's in my can, or should I just do like a random question? Let's see. We have 16 people here. All right. Let's guess what's in my can. It's loaded. I can do that. But you're playing for a 4 Agreements book, and I'm going to give you some micros, unless you want honey instead. And I'll also, throw in some stickers in ginger juice. But if you want something specific that I just pulled out of there, let me know. It's
mostly the candy guy. I'm stepping on his turf here.
Microdose capsules. But if you want something else other than microdoses, let me know. But my can. So let's guess. The first clue is that these were buried, not these ones specifically, but something very, very similar, were buried with Egyptian pharaoh Tutankhamun, the boy pharaoh. And some products still use it today, but it's like one of the oldest known games known throughout history. One of, I don't know if it's the oldest, but it's one of the oldest lasting games.
The whole game is inside that thing right there?
Yeah, I could play with this. What else? I use them in my mycology personally. I think I gave a few of them away at the last mycology event we were at in Fort Collins. I was like,
that's
hey,
cheating. I already know.
Anybody want some of these? I use them. I use them in my mycology. It's for my cheapskate stuff. Go ahead, take some. No, not dice, not scarab beetles, not ginger.
So we're kind of in the right area. It's an old school game, kind of like dice.
Right. Let me see here. Let me see if I can come up with some other clues.
If that gives you a hint.
There's one, a single one sold for $27,730 at a Morphe auctions event. It's $27,730 for one special one.
I'm surprised it's only that little, actually.
Yeah. I'm surprised it hasn't been more. Someone says dice, tic-tac-toe, magnets, chess pieces, checkers.
No.
Mellow gets it. Marbles.
Marbles. My guess was originally jacks.
So we got marbles here. And let's see if I can get back to my so I can see what I'm showing.
HP, what was your guess?
Jacks.
Yeah.
You know the game I'm talking
I
about?
was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
I get jacks for marbles.
Yeah.
So what I do with them in my mycology.
When you said he brought them to the meetup, I was like, yeah, I remember this.
So I get my $1 Martinelli's apple juice containers from the dollar store, and it's glass. So it's like about 200 milliliters in size, and I make a reduced agar recipe, and those bottles are the perfect size for my reduced agar. So I put a marble in the bottom as like a makeshift stir bar, and I just swirl the jar, and it stirs up my mix inside when I'm done cooking it before I pour it. And the marbles work great. You know, you can pressure cook those things, or you can microwave them even. They're great. But yeah, so Mello, I still want to send you something, even though I can't send you the book or the sacrament. I'm going to send you a card instead. Make sure I get your address. Go ahead and contact me. I have some backup stuff for you people that are out of country. Legal stuff, stickers, card, things like that. So definitely let me know, and I'm going to send you something cute. If you want to pick somebody else to get the 4 Agreements book and the goodies, feel free to pick someone out. Just let me know who you want me to send it to, and I'll happy to do both.
You said Joe. Joe D's.
Let's see. Joe. Okay, Joe. Nice. All right. I'm going to write that down. And if he shows up tonight, I'll let him know that he won, and I will be sending him something. I think I probably already have his address.
Very cool. Congratulations.
Mello and Jody. Congratulations to both of you.
Thanks for playing along. All right. Now let's switch a little bit back to mycology. You might have seen a little sneak peek after I threw it in there for the show. Maybe you didn't. Did you see that video by chance?
Which video?
A gentleman pulling a mushroom from the ground.
I saw you pull. I didn't know what was happening in that video before.
Okay, sweet. So
but
let me play this and see. Just get your reaction and your opinion on this. Hold on one second.
Look, Derek's just chilling there at the bottom. Here, I'll help you out. Let's see.
Oops.
There you go. Oop.
I'll have to play it off of here. It didn't upload. I'll just play. Oh,
I got it.
get him back in here. Get him back.
There we go. I was trying to save him from embarrassment.
Cool. I'll just play it off of this.
Marbles are cool. There's a lot of neat ones. Like I have a few in my collection that are uranium glass.
Oops. My fingers out the way.
Like a worm.
The grub.
No, it's a mushroom.
There's much hope for this double header here.
There is a grub on the end of it, though. It's a cordyceps. Watch this, dude. This is insane. Look how long this mushroom is. Sorry for my shaky hands.
Crazy.
Crazy, dude. What?
Oh my god. Did you see that?
Got it. Wonder what kind of medicine that's good for.
I know, right? It's my exact thought. Super neat. We'll watch it one more time here.
We're going to try unlocking the cordyceps lottery, pulling these out of the ground.
So it's cordyceps something.
Gunii or Gunia or whatever you pronounce it. G-U-N-N-I. And there's a grub on the end of here. I don't know if you guys can quite see it, but
I don't know there's much hope for this double header here. Let's see. It must be. Look at that. It must be under a root. It's catching a guy back.
Ophioglossoids. Oh, glossoides. Ophium glossoides.
So wild. That thing can grow from that far on the ground. It's a very wild thing, man. Nature is crazy. It always blows my mind.
I'm thinking of a
Like
different
David Attenborough.
It's not a cordyceps. I'm looking at the wrong mushroom here.
This is a cordyceps. Yeah, GUANI is the classification. Genus, if you will.
Gunnii.
hmm That's how I would think you pronounce it. Yeah.
Yeah, the I is
Gunnii.
Gunnii. Interesting stuff.
Interesting, isn't it, dude? Wow, fucking crazy is nature. Like, for that mushroom to be able to grow from that deep in the ground, the force that it has to exert, it's like, that's pretty crazy. I don't
And
know.
it's growing in a bug. Got to be good.
Yeah. And then the medicinal benefits, like you're saying, it's kind of crazy. And I'm sure you don't have to, it doesn't have to grow from a bug, right? We recently figured out that Chris Fishy was doing cordyceps on eggs. So you could really just replace the um, nutrition,
So
I
it's
guess.
a highly prized medicinal fungus used as a natural alternative to the increasingly rare Cordyceps sinensis. It also grows in caterpillars. It shares similar pharmacological profiles featuring high concentrations of adenosine and polysaccharides and is researched for supporting immunity, fighting fatigue, and reducing inflammation.
Fucking cool, dude. So yeah, always be on the lookout, you guys, because you can only see the little tops of those heads growing out through the ground, and you would never know that that would be down there like that. I mean, that blew my mind. I was like, this is really something cool I could show off. To show you that nature is not what you think it is, man. There's a whole other world that goes on out there at night. There's bioluminescence that glows underneath the ground. There's a whole underground system of water and animals and everything that lives down there that you can't see, just like up in the trees, right? Got
One of
your
the dark ones are cool.
UV light. Yeah, for sure. Makes you look at nature in a whole new perspective. It's all really cool. Speaking of looking at nature in a new perspective, let's switch gears a little bit. I want to talk about this. This is cool. How's that? Is that
Phone's
you?
going off.
Oh.
People messaging me.
Oh, okay.
Trying not to get too distracted. Just seeing if there's anybody from the show. Sometimes people message me while they're watching.
Being out here in Colorado is pretty cool. It's got a bunch of different mountains, and it's been something that I've been trying to like study all the different names of mountains and stuff like that. And I've just been looking around at random different ones. There's a couple different ones that I plan on hiking to, like couple-day trips. I plan on hiking to a watchtower, which is a 7-hour hike one way. So that'll be pretty interesting. Get out there and do the Rough with HB, record some content. But I found some pretty cool history on a mountain that's in Colorado, and actually went there and got video to show you guys. This is called Prohibition Mountain, and the lore behind it is they don't exactly know how it got its name, but there's some speculation that Colorado. Well, there's not speculation that Colorado. There's speculation that the reason why it got its name is that Colorado banned alcohol in the year. They probably named it this because this was an area that was a fire lookout, and you can see why here because you can see all the way around. So yeah, there's always firefighters and police that were patrolling this area right here, and there was moonshiners in the area, so they called it Prohibition Mountain because they knew to stay away from it. This is all speculation, right? It's pretty cool. The mountain is so old that they don't even really know how it got its name. It's just up here on top of the world. You can literally see all the way around. As just seeing these videos, it's a little bit foggy. We had some rain today. But you can just see forever as far as the eye can see.
going on?
Did not play it. We'll go back and play them. Let me just add them all in here first. I mean, you can just see forever. You can understand why it would be a fire lookout. Somebody got there and they're like, yeah, this is the exact point that we should be hanging around to try to protect everything, because you could see for fucking miles, dude. It's so crazy. You really feel like you're standing on top of the world. We have one more in here. Yeah, but this is what I did just before the show. I'll read a little bit about it. Right here is a little closer to 9,000 feet. Super insane. Feel like you're staying on top of the world. It's pretty cool. Let's pull us back up here.
Good timing, Derek.
Sweet. Cheers.
Speaking of
yeah.
fires, one of those messages I just got was actually from Deborah Pearl.
Okay.
She was saying that there's wildfires going on around Colorado City right now.
Yeah, I was looking at that earlier.
So her B&B just canceled on her, and not sure what the damage is going to be, but there's probably going to be fire bans. Let's hope for the best.
Okay.
We'll see.
But yeah, that's pretty cool because, wow, it's pretty cool. Weird timing. But yeah, I read about that earlier actually in the news. But let's talk a little bit about it. The exact origin of how Prohibition Mountain got its name is lost to history, as there are no official federal, state, or geological records documenting the specific person or the event behind the naming. However, local historians and regional context point to two primary theories based on its location and timing. Colorado Prohibition movement, most likely. The timing. Colorado voted to go dry and ban alcohol in 1914, which was 4 full years before the rest of the United States enacted nationwide prohibition. I always think that'd be what a different world we'd be living in if they actually did ban it permanently. But the connection here is that the mountain is situated very close to the historic 1880s mining boomtown of Manhattan. And when the town collapsed and the alcohol ban swept the state, the surrounding remote hills became prime territory for illegal moonshining and hidden stills. It is widely believed that local rangers and residents named the peak to mock or commemorate the dry laws of the area. The timeline. The earliest documented mentions of the peak using the name appear in local newspaper records from October 1931, right near the tail end of the National Prohibition era. And at the time, the peak was officially used by the U.S. Forest Service as a primary fire lookout for the Manhattan Ranger Station, because government agents, including fire forestry workers, were often tasked with reporting illegal wilderness activities like bootlegging operations hidden in the draws. The name may have originated from a little descriptor of the territory under watch. So pretty cool stuff, man. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. That's all I got on it. It's crazy. You just find these places. There's a million different places like this in Colorado where you go around and it's like Mountain Terra. We showed you those videos, or we were just at Lost Creek.
Mountain Terra is awesome. That's a good example. Like, I've lived in Colorado since 2003, and I've never been there until you and Oreo was like, "Hey, let's go." I'm like, "Okay." I've always wanted to go. It's like a bucket list thing for me. And we found some cool crystals. That was neat. That was definitely a bucket list. Check.
We kicked its ass, and we're going to go back and we're going to kick its ass again, dude. It was fun. And there's so many other places like that I want to go and try to check out and explore. It's fucking beautiful. There's so much life. It's what I've been trying to express to people on the show so often. About the analogy of getting your fingers in the dirt of life. Like, go out there and experience, climb the top of a mountain. You know, if it's hard for you, only difficult situations. What's the thing here for this week? Hold on, let me say I don't misquote.
So going to
difficult situations breed incredible results. So you got to do difficult things sometimes, man.
There's a lot of tremendous growth when you endure the difficult.
Go out camping, get out wilderness and stuff like that for a little while. Climb a mountain, get your hands fucking dirty. Go jump in a creek. It's fucking fun.
Exactly.
I don't think anyone's ever died and laying there saying, "Oh, I wish I worked more." You know, it's always I wish I won that day, or something like that. I wish I won on that trip.
Maybe they do
Oh,
though. Maybe they do. Because again, sometimes it's things that we regret most of the things that we didn't do, and not the things we did do, right? So sometimes we do. We're like, hey, I didn't do my best, right? I could have worked way harder and did way better. Yeah, sometimes I think that, man. Maybe you're right, but I like to think that sometimes we have a little bit more control over our destiny, if you will. Like we control what happens in our life. If we really try and put forth the effort.
I wish I
Let me
made it
show
to
you.
Rocky Mountain.
So
Yeah.
Train Dreams. Apparently, I need to look up this movie. I need to see what this Train Dreams movie is all about. Maybe it's something we can watch next Wednesday. What'd you say we were watching today again?
This Wednesday, I don't know if you guys have heard about the new movie Bus Boys with Theo Vaughn and David Spade. We're gonna watch it. So if you guys want to see it, fucking subscribe to the Discord. I'll put the link in there for you, and come over there and hang out and watch us, or watch it with us rather. It's got David Spade and Theo Vaughn. The Joe Dirt squared is what I call it. The old school Joe Dirt and the new school Joe Dirt. So it's gonna be a hilarious movie. It's the movie they made themselves. New comedy's coming back. So many comedians are going out write their own movies. There's a movie with Harlan Williams called The Wingman. It's really super fucking hilarious. Maybe we'll check that out one of these weeks. But yeah, if you want to watch, come over there to Discord and check it out with us.
Okay. So I'm just looking at where to watch it. Okay. It's a brand new one, I think. I think it's a new one.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think I saw a trailer for it once. Just barely remember. I like your backpack.
Yeah. It's from my Instagram post for Zeta.
Yeah, I saw
On the creek. Just out walking around. So there's a couple of
that keychain on their bag is pretty nice.
That's a Colorado Michael League. I like to shout them out whenever I get the opportunity to. But yeah, I was out here in the middle of a field, hundreds of yards in the middle of the field. I rode my bike out there to the middle of the field and then just started walking around. Let me pull up the right thing here. Yep, pretty cool stuff. I mean, look at the view. It's just beautiful, dude. Best way to get out of your head is get into nature. Fucking love it. Or get into your head, right? For what you're trying to do. Do a lot of thinking while I'm out there. A lot of contemplating, a lot of ideas. Zeta's kind of bored out there on those freaking hills. MissyJourneyChurch.org. Did you put the Discord link in there?
Oh, I can try to.
I'll do it.
Okay, if you've got it handy, I don't. I've got a lot of tabs open.
Yes, sir.
I get lost. I'm like, oh, which tab was it? Oh no! Panic sets in.
Fresh HB.
Was the other shirt a little hot for you, Derek?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty hot here today. It's been pretty dang hot in Colorado. I don't understand how to get the lower picture to stop showing only one of us or none of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool, dude. But those watchtowers are volunteer. Go ahead, Derek.
I disappear into the mystic when we show a video, I reckon.
But yeah, there's watchtowers out here, tons of them all across the world actually, that are volunteer fire towers usually. So you can go out there and volunteer to keep watch, or they're open for people to camp in. I won't say all of them. I would say just check with your local state and laws and stuff like that. But yeah, a lot of them are open for people to use for camping. And so it's encouragement for people to get out in the woods and nature and be part of what's going on out there and keep it safe. So always extra eyes out there are really super helpful. So take some friends and go find a fucking watchtower.
The watchtowers are open to the public to just use?
Yes, they are, 100%. Again, I would check your local state laws. I don't want to talk out of line here, but the ones here in Colorado, you can go to them and you can camp in them. They're open for people to, as long as you're not destroying property or being respectful. They encourage people to do it so they can go out and have a free spot to camp and get out of the woods if they're near in the area. You can camp there. If bad weather comes in, you can move into the towers. So yeah, get out there. So like I try to encourage people to go out there and start foraging, and you can document mushrooms while you're out there. Find some new herbs, animals, beautiful views like we just saw along the way, and you can do this anywhere. It's not just Colorado. Every state, I'm pretty sure you're allowed to do this. I would again check with your local laws, and I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but yeah, it's something to look forward to. Maybe you can make a thing out of it. An old camping experience. I plan on doing that myself.
Camping, love it.
Love it. Nature, baby. Get out in it.
So yeah, this weekend is it's basically my birthday camping trip. It's like an annual thing I like to do for my birthday. Go camping out at Lost Creek Wilderness specifically because that place really is special to me. It's like where I spiritually recharge once a year. And it's nice you can get to take a large group out there this summer and this weekend and share it with a bunch of people. It's kind of awesome. There's caves and there's crystals and mushrooms, all sorts of cool things you can do out there.
All sorts of
really,
cool
really
stuff.
excited. My birthday's
Nature's
Monday,
a
by the way.
playground. Say again.
My birthday's on Monday, not this weekend.
Okay. Sweet. Yep, nature's like a playground. So much shit to do out there. You just have to go out there and get out there in it. Look around. And a cool thing for me, one of the challenges I always try to give people encouragement to get out in nature. It's like if you can't name 3 different plants outside of your house, got to get out there and learn. At least learn 3 of them. Mushrooms, plants, whatever, right? Like look around and be like, yeah, this plant right here, I can tell you what this is for name and all its benefits or not or whatever, right?
And hopefully the poisonous lookalikes too.
Well, usually plants don't always have, but yeah, just
There's
learn.
a lot. Plants are often deadlier than mushrooms.
Yep, that's true. People usually fear mushrooms more than they fear plants, which is kind of an irrational fear. It's way more toxic plants than mushrooms.
You should fear them
Which is
both.
why we should know.
Fear them
We
both.
should know.
Just be careful. Yeah, know what you're doing. Be smart.
Have fun. Yeah, don't put anything in your mouth.
Have fun and don't die.
Which is another great movie. We watched that last week, 10 out of 10. We're going to come back around to that one. There's a couple people that didn't get to watch it. MissyJourney'sChurch.org. Go ahead.
Yeah, that movie really hit home for me. I was like, wow, this is
super great. I figured you would like it. It was super great. I thought I enjoyed it thoroughly. MissyJourney'sChurch.org. If you guys need anything, reach out. We like to try to do these giveaways to where people are actually going to take and utilize what we give. We don't want to just give for people just to get, right? When somebody gets the 4 Agreements book or gets these microdoses and stuff like that, it's important that you take it and utilize it. And again, what you do with your gifts is what you do with your gift. But we would rather have people in the chat that get it and appreciate it. That's kind of what we're trying to do here. So if you guys need something, reach out and we'll do our best to help you. It doesn't have to be in a giveaway. We like to try to help people, and we have plenty to give and help out. Nerdy's got a huge freaking 5-gallon bag over there filled up with different goodies and stuff. So
giveaways
and we have tons of different tools to help you guys to use this and to better your mental health in general. So reach out if you guys need something. I think that's all.
We're here for.
You guys got anything else? We'll riff out here for about another 10 minutes or so. We should start movie time about 30 minutes after the hour here. Gives people enough time to go use the bathroom and have snacks ready and stuff like that after the show. So get ready. Join us over on the Discord link that I put in there for you. And we'll be watching Fluffable as not Kevin Hart, my gosh, with Theo Vaughn and David Spade. And I think that's about all, guys. We also talked a little bit about the last episode on Monday about harm reduction, about knowing your dose, knowing your source, always testing your products, finding a regimen that works best for you, and using the medicine. Again, it goes back to what I was just saying about the microdose. We like to give it to people that are going to try to utilize it. So when you're taking it, don't just take it to sit around and play video games and shit like that. Take it and really meditate on how you can make yourself a better person, and use it as a tool. Use it as the sacrament that it's supposed to be used for. Remember the intro and outros that we use in this video is all about what we try to stand for here. As much as mushrooms can be a good time, they can be a better learning tool if you use them correctly with intent. And no matter what your experiences is that you get out of it, just like with difficult situations in life, like we learned about today, you can get something from it. So, yeah, know your source, always test your products, and know your tolerance. Start low, go slow, and have fun.
Absolutely. So Friday, I'm going to be out camping. It's a perfect Friday to have a friend pop in, and since I won't be here, oh yeah,
See what's going on. I would like to talk a little bit about the Tibetan Book of the Dead. We talked about the Egyptian Book of the Dead. I thought it was really cool. The Tibetan Book of the Dead rings a little bit more true with me, and I like it. It's a different approach. We'll explain the differences, and we'll explain what it is, and it's be a cool topic. I think we could talk about. So yeah, if we don't talk about that on Friday, then we'll talk about that on Monday whenever you're here, so we can all discuss it together. But it's definitely something I want to bring up. Um,
more Book of the Dead stuff. You're saying?
yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
Yep, and there's also another book that I have here. Give me just a second. I want one, as I don't remember the name of it. Say the wrong thing. A book called the Kabbalon or Kabbalon. It's Kybalion. And it's a philosophical book, but it's talks about basically different ways that you can benefit your life. It contains the teaching of um, Hermes Trismegistus, but it's a philosophical mentalism in the concept of as above, so below, and the idea that everything consists of gendered polar opposites, and the whole, as a whole, it is more in depth indebted to the ideas of modern occultist authors, especially those with the New Thought movement, which Atticus belonged to. So it talks about a lot of what we talk about in the idea of um, yin yang and the medicine wheel. It talks a lot about masculinity and femininity, as above, so below, about how the galaxies look like our neurons in our brain and things like that. It's pretty cool. So we touch on it.
Hermeticism. Hermeticism is an interesting one.
It's an interesting thing.
It's been on my radar for a while, and Hermes Trismegistus is his
Trismegistus. There you go. Thank you for
Trismegistus. Hermes, the thrice greatest. But yeah, the what is above, as below, and a bunch of other those little rules they follow. It's interesting how it's backed up by a lot of it's getting backed up by science now. So it's really, really fascinating belief system.
Yeah, and we'll talk about it. Maybe we'll save those two for Monday and make a whole thing out of it, so you can be here to talk about it. But yeah, if you guys want to join us on Friday, let us know. Go ahead, Derek.
Hermeticism is actually part of like Gnosticism as well. I think I might be wrong. I think there's like some overlap. What do you think about that, Derek?
That sounds awesome.
Like,
I was just trying to remember there was a song, Above and Below, and yeah, it's Above and Below. That's the name of it, and it's by the Bravery. That's a pretty cool song. I used to like that song a lot. I totally forgot about it until you guys just started talking about it, and I was like, no, that's a song. As Above is Below. It's by the Bravery.
Would you mind sharing that in the Discord music channel?
Very cool.
I would love to listen to that. It sounds like something I'd be into.
Yeah, it's a pretty mellow song, yeah.
The 7 core principles are mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, and gender. Mentalism is the universe is a mental creation. Thoughts shape reality. We talk about this a lot. Cultivating positive thoughts change personal experiences. Corresponding as above, so below. The micro and macroism reflect one another. Inner states match outer experiences. Recognizing that changing your inner mood can change your external circumstances. Everything moves, vibrates, and has a frequency. That's what Nikola Tesla's famous quote is. If you want to understand the universe, you have to understand it in terms of energy and frequency. But utilizing music, meditation, and or positive emotions to raise your vibration and attract positive outcomes. Oh my goodness, I jumped all the way to the top. Polarity, opposite poles are identical in nature, differing only in degree, love and hate. Talked about this in the idea of Taoism and yin yang. Transforming a negative emotion like fear into a positive one like courage by changing your perspective, your mental alchemy. Difficult situations, looking at them as difficult, changing them, looking at them in a positive way. A rhythm, everything flows and ebbs. All things have tides, cycles, and seasons. It's funny enough. How ironic. We literally just read about that with the Walt Disney story about everything ebbs. Everything flows and ebbs. Accepting and working with life cycles, such as knowing when to take action and when to rest. That was a little bit in the Book of Five Rings. Cause and effect. Nothing happens by chance. Every action has a reaction and every effect has a cause. Continuously acting with intent to create the desired outcome rather than living by chance. Funny enough, we were just talking about that, setting an intent, following through with it. And then the last one here is gender. Everything has a masculine and a feminine. Everything has dual creative energies necessary for a generation. Balancing assertive masculine action with repetitive female intuition to achieve harmony. People talk about it in the idea of your logic versus your empathetic part of your brain. Your logical versus your feelings, your heart versus your head, the feminine versus the masculine. And it's a unique concept. Yin Yang, Taoism, the medicine wheel, things in Chinese culture and Indian culture, Native American culture as well. They collected these ideas and concepts just from nature about how everything has constants to it. It's unique stuff. We'll talk about it.
Cool.
HP, if you can put in the Discord planning, who's in that, maybe I can look in the philosophy book and see if there's more to add. You know what I mean?
You mean the name of the book and who
who it's based on?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Is there one particular?
Yes.
Four elements. Don't forget the fifth element. Love.
Great movie.
Good movie.
I love that movie.
The Tibetan Book of the Dead is really cool too. It's a little different super different than the Egyptian Book of the Dead, but there's some similarities to it. It's a different approach though, and I like it. I think they're both really unique and cool, and there's again so much we can learn from these types of things. So, I think I got this filtration figured out with psilocybin extract, so we can be able to make all products without chitin in them. So if anybody has nausea to sensitivity to psilocybin mushrooms because of the chitin, it makes your stomach nauseous, we're going to be making an extract that removes all of the chitin and keeps the majority of the potency of psilocybin. So we're going to test it out and see what goes on. We'll be able to make chocolates and honeys and zetas and everything with chitin free. It'd be a nice little no nausea. It'd be a nice little benefit to people where they can just focus on getting the benefit of the medicine rather than focus on, oh man, my stomach's all nauseous because of this thing. We could prevent it. We can make things better, and we should. So we're going to up our game, make stand ourselves a little bit different than everybody else.
Sometimes it's hard to enjoy yourself when you get the bubble gut, or like your stomach bothering you. You have that going on, but I find, I've never vomited from mushrooms, but I've definitely had, stomach bubble guts.
Yeah.
My stomach bothering me. But I think that's just a small admittance fee sometimes. Like you gotta have an expectation that could, what I mean.
Which is why I always keep ginger on hand, and it's why I always give ginger chews out to people in microdose packages. So that way, if they ever have an experience like that, they could take that ginger chew. That's what if you guys have ever gotten ginger chews in your package, little packages with yellow pieces of candy in it. Those are for me, and that's what it's for. It's the intention is to stop nausea. If you're ever in a moment where you're in a trip or something like that, you can take one of those. I had it one time ever that I got really serious nausea from mushrooms, and about 30 minutes into my experience, I started getting horrible nausea, and I ate my ginger chew, and about 15 to 20 minutes later, I was able to come down from it. So it's just long enough for it really get in your gut and settle in, you'll be good to go. And I think that's pretty much it.
Did you say that the ginger, does it activate the psilocybin more, or is it just for the stomach?
I wouldn't think so.
No, technically, it's more for just the nausea itself. Yeah, you would need a fair decent bit of vitamin C to be able to citric acid or whatever, right, to be able to activate it. So yeah, it's just more for the nausea. Now I'll put them in all my microdoses. All the microdoses that you guys get from me from Nerdy, they'll have ginger inside of them from now on out. Something new I want to try just to be able to, help people out with the nausea and stuff.
150 milligrams plus of mushrooms plus 350 milligrams of ginger, it says.
And there's some hundreds in there, some 300s in there too. I mixed up. There's different dosages and different quantities, so you can just fucking mix it up however you want. Maybe you'll make some stuff and you can mix it all together, whatever, right? It's just it's for the love, man. It's all homegrown, so enjoy, everyone. And I think that's it. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Riffing with HB. Got a really great episode. We're going to be covering Chris Cornell, Soundgarden audio slave, fucking badass. He's a straight poet, so we're going to be talking a little bit. You talked already a little bit about the poetry of music, so we're going to use this again to talk about music and poetry and how it goes together and the history of it all. And on Saturday, we're going to be talking about the music industry, the people who have been involved in scandals with the music industries that have helped people out and looked out for people and stuff like that. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow, riffing.
Nice. And I won't be here Friday, so we're definitely looking for a fill-in. Anybody that wants to volunteer, we need friends to jump in on our show.
Bueller.
What else? Well, we'll see you guys Friday, and we'll figure out something to do with you guys. That'll be fun. And today we switched from movie Mondays to Minecraft Mondays to watch along Wednesdays now. So yeah, it's our Wednesday, and we were watching along tonight. So join us over in Discord in that link that I put up in the chat, and we're gonna watch Bus Boys.
Bus Boys. All right.
Bus Boys gonna be Joe Dirt Squared, as I call it. All right, guys. You got anything else?
See you guys later. I think that's it.
Cool. You have a great night, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
See you later.